The following is a morning walk conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on February 3rd, 1975 in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yes, how the nature is working.
It's working Maya Yakshena Prakriti Srite Sachara Charan.
Yes.
Acting in Krishna's
Under Krishna's plan. Therefore, you cannot violate nature's law. As soon as you violate nature's law, then you will be punished.
Bhagavad Gita that Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani.
And the Prakriti is working under the direction of Krishna. That means nature's law means Krishna's law, or Krishna's plan. So what is the Krishna's plan? What Krishna wants?
Krishna wants every living entity to come back to home, back to Godhead.
Thank you. This is the plan. If this plan is not executed, then there is suffering. So, this human life is given to the living entity for understanding this plan and do the needful. If they do not understand, then they are punished.
Yeah, is that because the people have never been given any information what the Krishna's plan is.
Yeah.
Either they're too old or too they're not attached, they can't understand anything. That's the majority of the people. Once they get past 30 years old, it's very difficult for them to accept.
That is not 30, 40, 50 or 1 year. That doesn't matter. One can understand if he wants to understand. Ahitukiya pratihata. It is not limited by any age. Otherwise, how Prahlad Maharaj was great devotee. Dhruva Maharaj was great devotee.
I think he just wants to mention that it is more difficult for people who are elderly to understand, those who are more set up in their ways.
Yes. That is it. They are trained up in such a way that it's very difficult to forget what they have learned. Therefore Prahlad Maharaj said, Kaumaro acharit pragya, from the very beginning of life. One should learn this art of understanding Krishna and Krishna's plan.
Usually on Sankirtan, I avoid old people because they just don't understand this very difficult to approach.
Yes. Old people should be instructed to forget what they have learned. He sadhava sakalameva vihaya dura chaitanya chanda charane kuritanuragam. This is the formula of preaching. Prabhupada Saraswati, he is begging to the people, Dante nidhayati nakam padayo nipatti kakusatam kritva chaham brabini. Taking a straw in my mouth with folded hands and flattering you 100 times, I am submitting one request. What is that? This is the process of approaching these rascals, old fools, who have learned something and does not like to forget. He says, "Hey Sadhava, you are such a nice, learned scholar, devotee. My request is that whatever you have learned, please forget. Sakalam eva vihaya durat. Kick them out. Then, what shall I do? Chaitanya chanda charane krutanurata. Please turn your attention to the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Hey Sadhava, Sakalam eva vihaya. You are a very great personality. So my request is, you forget or kick out whatever you learned. That is the first reason.
It is a very humble approach.
Yeah. Humble approach for giving you slap. That you forget everything what you have learned. First of all, this is the first condition. Hey Sadhava, Sakalameva vihaya dura Chaitanya chanda charane krita. You can please say now. This is our business. We know they are all rascals, but they are thinking that we know so many things. We are learned scholars. So humbly approach them and flattering that you are so nice man, such a learned scholar, just like a child is flattered. My dear boy, you are such a nice boy. You take these lozenges and return me the $100 note. Don't spoil it. You are such a good boy. Yes. This is all. Therefore, to approach these rascals, we have to learn Tinadapi Suni Chena Tarorapi Chena. That is the preaching method. Everyone is puffed up. The most insignificant man, he is also puffed. Oh, I am so rich man, I know everything. I have got so much bank balance. These poor fellows, they cannot earn livelihood, therefore they have become Vaishnava. This is it.
What is it called?
Gandharvapur.
What does it mean?
Sometimes, this is false thing, it appears as a big city. Similarly, this is also, this material world is like that. It is a false cloud only, but we have taken it as fact. They see, it appears just like big New York City. If you go to the forest, you'll find some illusion, Just after that tree there is a big house.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that?
Yeah.
That is called Gandhar Bapu. So if anyone wants to enter that big city, then what is his position? The same thing, the conditions are enters the big city of material world and is troubled.
I have heard there is a philosophy here among some of the devotees that if you chant Hare Krishna, you can go back to the spiritual world even if you do not give up your independence. Many devotees who have moved outside of the temple are feeling that if they just continue to chant Hare Krishna, they can go back to the spiritual world, but they are not giving up their independence.
So, what is your pleasure?
Well, it seems somewhat hypocritical, because chanting Hare Krishna means you're praying to Krishna to please be engaged eternally in his service and to become completely dependent on him. So we try to explain like that.
And to follow the spiritual master's instructions.
And to follow all the teachings and instructions, attending Mangal Artik and morning and evening class.
So they're doing that or not?
No.
They're not even following regulated principles.
Then,
They think just by chanting they will go back to the spiritual world. That is enough.
then what is the meaning of the 10 kinds of offenses? If he is chanting without offense, then it is all right. But if he is committing offenses, it will not be effective. There are 10 kinds of offenses, whether he is strictly offenseless, then it is all right. If he is offender, then it will not be fruitful. It will be fruitful, it will take long time. Because first of all, you have to become offenseless, then he will be admitted. You don't come very much. So, they are committing offenses, how they can become perfect? He is committing, not following the rules and regulations. That means he is thinking that whatever I do, it will be adjusted by chanting. Is it not?
Yeah, that's one of the...
That is their philosophy.
That is the greatest offense. Namnath bola jasahi papa buddhi. I can go on committing sinful activity, but by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, it will adjust it. That is the greatest offense. Yes. Explain to them.
So they say, then my chanting is useless, I should stop?
Huh?
That's what
No,
they say.
not useless. But it's like if you kindle fire and at the same time pour water, it will take long time. To kindle fire, make it dry, keep it dry, then it will be very quickly successful. So you are committing offenses at the same time chanting. So by chanting effect, you will come to that stage, but it will take time. If you want to be transferred to the spiritual world quickly, just like if you want to ignite the fire very quickly, you must keep it dry. If you simply put on the wet wood, then the fire will not be very powerful. It will take time. The fire will, being blazing fire, then it will dry, it will take, so better put dry wood to make it successful. This is the process. the effect of chanting Hare Krishna will not go in vain, but it will take time. Namnath Balad Jasahi Papu Buddhi, because he is thinking by the strength of chanting Hare Krishna mantra, I can do anything, all sinful activities, and it will be adjusted. That is the greatest offense. Not only offense, the greatest offense. Namnath Balad Jasahi Papu Buddhi.
It's very difficult to put everyone who's living outside of the temple in one category. Some people, many people that I know living outside are following strictly the regulated principles, and they are strictly following regulated principles and chanting their rounds and having morning artik in their homes, and evening also they're chanting. So instead of fighting, I think we should only try to encourage everybody to chant and follow the regulations.
No, that is, whether you live in temple or outside temple, the rules and regulations and the process must be followed. Then you are successful. It doesn't matter that you have to live in the temple. Griheva banete thako hagauranga bolela. Not that everyone has to live in the temple. If he does not agree with other God brothers, friends, he can live separately. But he must follow the rules and regulations. That is wanted. But if you live with devotees, it will be automatically done.
Easy.
Therefore it is recommended that you live with devotees. But if you cannot agree with the devotees, you have got your own opinion, then you cannot make a new opinion so far the process is concerned.
Yes.
That must be followed. This is not good idea, that whatever I do, it is my independence and I chant. So that is good in sense that someday he will come to senses. Otherwise, for the timing, the chant is not very powerful. The fire in wet wood is not powerful. It will create some smoke, although the fire is there. But if you put dry wood, immediately it will be blazing and your business will be quickly done. This is intelligence. There are many examples. A patient suffering from disease, a doctor said, you should do, you should not do. So if we follow, you should not do, then he becomes quickly recovered. But if he becomes under the treatment of the doctor, at the same time he does all nonsense, then how it can be successful? It will take time. That is stated in the Chaitanya Chaitanya. Tabejani aparad achaya prachu. Tabejani aparad achaya. Offenseless chanting is the ultimate goal. In the beginning, we are not offenseless, but by chanting, by practice, we gradually become offenseless. But this is, necessary, that we should be offenseless.
It's very difficult to control my mind when I chant. It's very difficult to control my mind when I chant. It wonders.
What is the controlling of mind? You have to chant and hear, that's all. You have to chant with your tongue and the sound you hear, that's all. What is the question of mind?
Prabhupada, it seems unfortunate that the devotees cannot live in the temples, then they have to work for some karma just to support themselves, and then they do not have time to go on the Sankirtan party. So it is such mercy to be on the Sankirtan party. So it seems very unfortunate that they do not have the time.
No, then they should live in the temple if they want to give service in the Sankirtan party.
We always try to encourage them to come back to the temple.
Yes. If he does not join the Sankirtan party, that does not mean his spiritual life is hampered. He has to follow the rules and regulations. He may not be able to join the Sankirtan party, but he must follow the process, rules and regulations. That is one thing. And because he is living outside the temple, therefore he will forget all rules and regulations and do whatever he likes. Then it is doing the whole thing.
Is it faster if one lives in the temple and goes on the Sankirtan party? Is it faster?
That depends on him. Even in the temple, if his mind is in a different subject matter, then how it will help him.
The temple authorities like to preach that anyone who's living outside the temple is going to hell.
Generally.
Yes, but even devotees who are following,
No.
as they like to preach.
That is not. Just like even in ordinary business, if you transact business in the stock association, you get good business. And outside the stock association, you don't get it. Because the association is there are many purchasers and many sellers. So if you have to sell, you get immediate purchaser. And if you have to purchase, there is immediate seller. That is therefore the stock exchange is there. That is the way. That if we live together in the stock exchange of devotional service, then you can help me, I can help you. Our business will go on nicely. And outside the market, you can live 300 miles away from the stock exchange, you will not get so much business. Like that.
You miss the opportunity.
Yes. Therefore it is help. If you want to do business, you must take the first opportunity, the greatest opportunity to do your business. That is intelligence. And if we think, all right, I shall do slowly, in 700 lives I shall become perfect. That is another thing.
It's riskier.
Huh?
It's riskier
Oh,
to
yes.
stay outside.
But otherwise, why you are opening so many centers and making arrangements that we shall provide you with shelter, with food. These are the facilities. You live here, do whatever is your capacity, don't sleep, but work. This is our teaching. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Satanka Sangha, this is also, and Rupa Goswami says, Sato Vitte Sadhu Sange, Sarabhi Bhakti Prasiddhati. If you live with the association of sadhu, devotee, then it will be quickly fruitful. And if you live with this ordinary man, then whatever you have got will be finished very soon. There is another part, it is said that it is preferred to live within the cage surrounded by fire than to live with the non-devotees. It is preferred.
Or with those who are too much attached to women.
Yes, non-devotee means too much attached to women. That is the plain fact.
Also, one time in Bombay, You told this verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha,
Sarva Shastrika. Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhiha. For me personally, I had the opportunity to talk with my spiritual master not more than 10 times in my whole life. Not more, it may be less than that. But I tried to follow his instruction, that's all. Although I was a grihastha.
You're a much better student than us.
Right. This is the process. That is you sing every day. Guru Mukha Padma Vakka Koriya. That is the process. Wherever you live, if you follow strictly the instruction of Guru, then you remain perfect. But if we concoct ideas against the instruction of Guru, then we are going hell. Jasya prasadat bhagavat prasadat, jasya aprasadat nagati kuto. There is no more shelter. Finished. Jasya aprasadat. If Guru thinks that this person, I wanted to take him back to home, back to Godhead, now he is going against me, he is not following. Aprasadat is displeased, then everything is finished.
Vaishnava Aparad.
Yes.
Where does someone derive his authority? Where does someone derive his
The
authority?
Guru is authority.
No, I know, but as far as his actions, other than just following the 4 regulative principles and chanting 16 rounds, he does so many other things during the day. Where does he derive his authority if he's not, let's say, living in the
I do not follow. The authority is Guru. You have accepted.
Say I have some outside job, I'm living outside, but I'm not giving 50% of my income. So then that work that I'm doing, is it actually under
Then you are not
the authority of the
following
Guru?
the instruction of Guru. That is plain fact.
So that means that whole activity during the day working, that means I'm not following the instruction of the Guru. It's unauthorized.
Yes.
activity.
If you don't follow the instruction of Guru, then you are fallen down. Immediately. That is the way. Otherwise, why you sing Jasya Prasadad Bhagavat Prasad? It is my duty to satisfy Guru. Otherwise I am nowhere. So if you prefer to be nowhere, then you disobey, as you like. But if you want to be steady in your position, then you have to follow strictly the instruction of Guru.
Understand all of your instructions simply by reading your books.
Yes. Anyway, follow the instruction. That is required. Follow the instruction, wherever you remain, it doesn't matter. You are secure. Follow the instruction, then you are secure. Anywhere, it doesn't matter. That's why I told you that I saw my Guru Maharaj not more than 10 days in my life. But I followed his instruction. I was a grihastha. I never lived with the moth in the temple. It is practical. So many God brothers recommended that he should be in charge in this Bombay temple, this, that. The Guru Maharaj said, yes, better he lives outside, that is good. And he will do what is needed in due course of time. He said like that. I could not understand at that time what does he expect. Of course I knew that he wanted me to preach.
I think you have done this in grand style.
Yes, I've done grand style because I strictly follow the instruction of Guru Maharaj, that's all. Otherwise I have no strength. I have not played any magic. Did I? No. Any gold manufacturing?